Hello to our readers in Taos and around the area. This is Cody Hook, senior reporter and assistant editor at the Taos News, and this is what we're working on. Our main story this week is about a man who grew up in the Espanola Valley, went to a Santa Fe seminary to become a priest, but dropped out after a year and a half. Donald Naranjo, who's now 70 years old, is a survivor of sexual abuse committed by a priest. The country has been inundated with news stories of the Catholic Church's abuse of clergymen and the widespread cover-up of the situation for decades. But still, here in northern New Mexico, the topic can be taboo. Not this week. The story about Donald is a story about what happens to a boy who experiences this type of abuse, grows up, lives his life, and eventually has to reckon with a trauma that's all too common in New Mexico. I hope you'll take some time with that story. Also in the news, John Miller reports on Holy Cross Hospital and a transition to a new billing service. Their old billing service never quite worked out and was part of the reason for millions of dollars in uncollected payments. More on that Thursday. Also in this week's paper is the winter edition of the Discover Taos magazine, our Hallmark special section. The magazine comes at an especially auspicious time with the first major snowstorm and news of air service between Taos and Texas. It's chock full of everything you and your guests need to know and want to read for the winter season, including a story from the owner of this community newspaper. For Veterans Day, we have a couple of things special for the week. Looking back, New Mexico soldiers played an important role in World War I. The New Mexico History Museum opened a special display on Monday commemorating their contributions. Also, Kim Sanchez, co-founder of the veterans organization Not Forgotten Outreach, was honored this week along with other New Mexico heroes by Governor Susana Martinez. This week, Tempo turns the lens to the 4th Frank Morgan Taos Jazz Festival. The focus is on the kind of solid jazz epitomized by its inspiration, the late, great Frank Morgan himself. Get set for stellar performances by Grace Kelly, the George Cable Trio, and a special sneak peek at the work-in-progress film. There's, of course, much more in Tempo, like a book signing for Tommy Orange's breakout novel, They're There. In the lifestyles, find out more about the integrated health approach to healing mind, body, and spirit. Plus, we ask, are you prepared for emergencies? Take a look at our checklist and find out. In sports, runners from both Taos High School and Penasco won medals for individual finishes at the state cross-country meet. Meanwhile, the Tiger football quarterfinal game will be here in Taos, Saturday, November 17th at 1 p.m. right there at Taos High School. They will be playing Lovington. A preview will be in the paper. In the weather, it's cold, and that about sums it up. You can look at our website if you want more. And that's it for this edition of the Taos News. Thank you, everyone, for supporting a free and independent press right here in northern New Mexico. Bueno, bye.